this car is a big reason why I wanted to come here. Maybe the craziest thing in the history of freaking crashes ever. Where do people find this stuff? How does this end up here? World's fastest closed course pickup. DW's favorite car, nicknamed Bertha. We're walking into the Bill France Sr. building at the International Motorsports Hall of Fame in Talladega, Alabama, right next to the racetrack. I don't know how I'd look at this, probably just walk around. There's numerous buildings in here. I guess this museum was built in 82, so there's probably a good bit of stuff in here that has been here since 82. The $1 million bill Talladega car. Oh, this is the car that he came from 2 laps down and outran the whole field under green. That'll never happen again. That's a good looking car. Tiger Tom Pistone. This is something you don't see very much. An AMC Matador. You ever seen an AMC before? It looks kind of like a Grand Theft Auto version of a Camaro mixed with a Chevelle. Those are some cool looking wheels. Bobby Allison Racing. Now that's a building I want to go see. Back when stock cars were stock cars. We're just all over the place here. There's just so much. I liked when cars had painted chassis. It gave like more depth to the car. It's kind of like almost part of the paint scheme to have a colored roll cage and everything in there. Fireball Roberts. Smoky unit prepared Pontiac. Wow. That is cool. I wonder what kind of neat gadgets this thing has done to the inside of it that we don't know about. 405 horsepower. I wonder how much of a lie that is. Where do people find this stuff? How does this end up here? I don't know. That's a red farmer car. He's still out there kicking. What the frick? What is going on with that exhaust? That's some interesting, like the grandfather of the boom tube thing going on right there. I wonder if that's
electrical tape and everything.
I wonder if that's like unrestored.
It looks like it. All of his mirrors have like fallen off. There's one there, there's one here.
Die Guard Racing. Yeah, this thing is like, looks to be as it was, unrestored. These are the cool ones. DW's favorite car, nicknamed Bertha. Daryl and Bertha 112 races. Donated by Quaker Oats Company and Gatorade products.
Where?
Wow, so Gatorade probably got this car through their sponsor deal and it ended up here. You don't see many of these. A real survivor. This thing is intense. Yeah, that guy looks like a Butch. He doesn't have to put his last name on there. He's just Butch and everybody knows.
Look at that.
Wow.
He just pulled it out enough where it mattered.
It even has the factory like Charger badge on there. Like they made a dash panel for it but put that back because it was cool.
How did we not notice this Harry Gant car?
I didn't know it was wrecked. Old timer, yeah, no, that's must be like a pocket knife brand or something. Mannheim Auctions. Look at the heat insulation on the floor, aka piece of wood. Wow, so this car was the last car Harry Gant ever drove in the Cup Series. He finished 33rd in car 33 on loan from Harry Gant. Well, that's cool. Yeah, it's untouched. It seems like most things in here are unrestored cars. That is the coolest thing ever. I mean, look how sandblasted the front end of this thing is. That's all original. If you want to see some all original freaking race cars, this is the place to go. There's a Neil Bonnet Jr. Johnson car. Donated by Junior Johnson. Wow.
What's better than Budweiser and Kentucky Fried Chicken?
I don't know, that's about as America as it gets. Donated by Junior Johnson. Junior Johnson filling out the museum. This could be like the Junior Johnson Allison Museum. Rob Moroso. You can pause and read this. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that, but I keep saying it. Well, one could assume that this is the same car. What does it say about here? 4 straight ARCA 500s, 3 of those 4 races in this car. Okay, that's cool. We'll head on to one of the other buildings here, because there's a lot. Wow, this is a cool one. Yeah, I'd like to thank the people of the International Motorsports Hall of Fame for turning off the music in here for us to film this. So if you're passing through I-20 or Talladega, or if you got nothing to do on a weekend, you live within a 4-hour radius or something, I would recommend coming here. It is awesome so far, and we haven't even seen the whole thing yet. Tiny Lund. You know, he was like 6'5".
He has a really nice seat. It's like wider and like more comfy than all the other older seats.
Yeah, because he's tiny.
Yeah.
Not tiny. That's funny. An original Alan Kulwicki Thunderbird. Is that it? Oh, it's an Underbird. Yes. See, he didn't put the T on there, like the TH. He just left it, took the TH off, so it says Underbird, like underdog. There's a whole cool story about that. If you don't know about it, you need to look it up. 1988 Daytona 500 winner, Bobby Allison. There's just so much of this stuff, and you can't even wrap your head around it because there's so much around it. Richard Petty won the '74 championship in this car and raced it in '75 too. This is just unreal how much awesome stuff is in here. Ricky Bobby.
My dad will think this is funny.
You can tell this is like movie graphics. You can see the printer-ness of it. The old Dennett Racing could have stepped up their graphics department a little bit. So this is new, from what I understand. It's like the DEI display. And this car is a big reason why I wanted to come here. I love that you have the white from the leaded race gas. It's just so epic. You see that white coming out of the tailpipe. Look at this freaking car. Are those like tech stickers? Once you pass tech, they put a sticker on it so you can't take it off. There's confetti still stuck to it. You can see where they like, set, you know, things like Gatorade or whatever on the wet beer champagne covered car. Dude. And it's got exhaust on both sides of the car because it had an X pipe and sounded freaking sweet. And there's a I don't know if you can see in there, there's a Stevie Waltrip Bible verse on the center console. That is awesome. Looks like chassis number 4. Wow. This is really cool. This car right here is something else. The front is just all chewed up. Even that, they had a clear bra over it to try not to mess it up, and it still got chewed up even through that. Looks like he was doing a good bit of pushing there. Just wanted to give a quick update to you guys. We got the Trophy Hunter shirts back in stock, and we got them in hoodie form too. Just released, just put them on the website. These things are freaking sweet. This is the logo on the front. Looks like an old contingency decal. Nice and thick, pretty warm, super comfortable. You can find these at StapletonAutoWorks.com, along with the t-shirt version, matching hat with the boom tube eagle holding a wrench on it, and the decal pack, because Everybody likes stickers for car guys, right? We don't have a ton of them. We can't afford to have a ton of inventory sitting around. So if your size is available and you want it, don't wait, because if it goes away, we might not get it back, or if we do, it'll be a while. So check out StapletonAutoworks.com. You can find that. Hat styles, boom tube shirt, all kinds of fun stuff. If you want to support the channel, you like what we do, doing the shirts and hoodies helps us put diesel in the tank to go film more videos like this. So thank you guys. Get back to the show. This is Michael Waltrip's 2003 Daytona car. Aaron would have worked on this car. I wonder if he signed it. It looks like all the teams signed it. Wonder what that was from. Or that. Look at that. That back glass is kind of like kidney shaped. There's some super serious aero stuff. And that kind of dives in, pokes out, gets a nice edge there. That's crazy. There's so many little details like that. Chassis 21. There's still confetti in there too. Dude, that's so cool. Here's Jimmy Johnson's 2006 Daytona winning car. So how many Daytona winners do they have in here? There's at least 2, 3. With Bobby Allisons over there. That's so freaking cool. This place is amazing. Left exactly the way it was. I love how they do this. They kind of got the kidney thing going with that back glass too. Or glass. I'm not going to sit here and blab the whole time. Sometimes I'm just going to walk around and let you look at the car, because if I want to walk around and look at the car and say nothing, then you guys probably do too. So enjoy that. It still has an engine. A lot of these don't. That one doesn't. That looks like a recreation of Gordon's Talladega scheme, but it's not the Talladega car. It has the wrong nose, and the DuPont logo in the back is funky looking. Someone's tribute style wrap thing. There's nothing specific about this car. I don't know any history on it. They don't have really placards for these things. If you want to see Dale Earnhardt cars, go check out the Richard Childress museum video that we have on the channel. You can pause and read that. This is the real original version of the car that Aaron and the garage shop have built with a modern chassis. That is so cool. More Tiger Tom Pistone stuff. Fun fact, the paint color on this car is the same as the paint color inside of Dale's cars and on the stripes and stuff. And you might think this Richie Evans Camaro looks a lot like the Darrell Waltrip Gatorade Camaro, and you'd be right, because I believe Robert G built this car too with the beetle fenders, kind of how he figured out on the DW car. And I don't know, maybe Robert G built this car too, no idea. Has the same kind of fenders. Maybe people were just copying that style by that time. It's a Newell Bonnet car. That's a cool looking car. Hand lettered, airbrushed. This is out of my wheelhouse. IndyCar. Wow, these things are just so incredibly dangerous, I can't even fathom. Jeez. You have nothing. You screw up once, you're done. Hard pass. Anybody who drove one of these has freaking balls of steel. This is a bunch of old Bobby Allisons stuff. I love those 76 flags they got when they won races. Those are really cool. Fire suits. 83 champion trophy. Wow. World's fastest closed course pickup.
This is the one I saw.
Oh yeah, that was at the junkyard. We'll have to go in there in a second. I want to look at this truck. World's fastest closed course pickup. Average speed 125. Talladega. You kidding me? That's all you gotta do? I wonder what the record is now. Maybe we could beat that. Or world's fastest closed course Escalade. I don't, there's so much in here. I'm getting lost. I'm like a freaking squirrel. My attention's like, ooh, and I walk right by really cool things. You can pause and read this. You got this one that looks like it got pulled out of someone's barn, and it's freaking sweet.
Look at that.
God.
It's still leaky.
They don't, wow, that is awesome. I appreciate that instead of trying to fix it, they're just like, we'll just put a pan under here and just let it drip. It's been dripping for 60 years, why stop now? This is awesome. Can you imagine the guy who found this sitting somewhere and was like, holy crap. What did they pack that seat with? I don't want to know.
It looks like hair.
Yeah, it looks like hair. What does it say? Thanks to something Shenandoah Enterprise. Special thanks to Marianne. Marianne might have been this guy's wife who didn't kill him whenever he kept racing. Look at that shifter. It's like, would be between your legs. It had to be.
It's weird.
Buck Baker's National Pickup Truck Racing Association at Rockingham. That's so cool. So that might have been like a precursor to the truck series. Picture this thing going 130 around Rockingham. I don't know, what is this thing over here? Sounds like a real sob story. First successful overhead camshaft Ford V8 racing engine ever built. That is epic. Wow. That is crazy. 1937. This is before World War II. People were doing this stuff. Flathead Fords are neat. There's a lot of cool flathead stuff in the NASCAR Hall of Fame.
I think that's interesting. Real engines don't have valve covers. Flatheads forever.
It's the concept of a flathead is very interesting. Like the valves are upside down and the combustion goes through the top. It goes like in and back out. It's very strange. See, like the exhaust ports are in the block.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. They're just like plates. They're literally flatheads. Look at this. It's Eureka Garen's first helmet that went into space. No, it's not. But that's what it reminds me of. Bobby Allison looks like my grandpa in this picture. There are those crazy wheels again. That's really neat. Custom broad wheel. Huh. I imagine doing a correct restoration in the eyes of a Allison racing nut and not having those wheels really, really bother them. They gotta be hard to get. Battlestar. Talladega 1986. This would have been before restrictor plates because I think it was 87 that they started, maybe 88 when they started doing that. This is probably a 200 something mile an hour car all day. Another one here. 1986 Talladega. I love these super speedway cars. Oh boy, this might be the coolest part of the museum right here. That's the Newell Bonnet flip car, the Michael Waltrip Bristol car, and I don't know. Oh, is that the Ricky Craven car? Yeah, it is. I'm surprised I knew that. Wow, I know way too much about this stuff. That's awesome. This is maybe the craziest thing in the history of freaking crashes ever.
Look at how everything just like snapped.
Yeah, it just like came apart around him. Like the dashboard's over here. If you've seen the video of this crash, you don't even know how.
Like, the force to just make it snap.
Yeah, that's incredible. I mean, Michael's a big dude too. He's like 6'4", 6'5". So it's not like, you know, there had to be a lot of things going a lot of right ways to not hurt him. That's just amazing. This Newell Bonnet car, the video of that crash is pretty horrendous too. You can see that it was a Dale Earnhardt car and then driven by Newell Bonnet. Something I think is interesting is that they have the 3 here, the 31, which is just Dale's 3 with a 1 next to it. There's a little trademark thingy on the 3, not the 1. So the 3 part of the 31 is trademarked, but they probably didn't care about doing the 1. Because I would imagine if it was the whole number, then it would be over there as the whole logo type, but it's not. The steering wheel's all bent. Man.
It's the worst crash in racing history, April 7th, 1990.
I would agree with that statement completely.
Miraculously, he sustained no serious injuries. Hey, look at this.
How did you...
Like, look at this.
I don't know how they got this car here. Like, how do you do that?
Piece by piece.
Seriously, you drag it up onto a trailer, throw the rest in there? Well, yeah, he hit that end wall there.
Did he even, like, did he get bumped? It didn't look like it.
It didn't, no, I don't know what happened. He might have caught a tire or something. It's just crazy. I don't know. Like, you could see where
Helicopter.
Where is Michael? Where is he? The passenger side of the car is still stuck to the wall. The cockpit's here. I don't know. It looks like you can see his helmet there, like he's turned or something. I don't know. You still can't see him. Where's Michael? He's just not there.
Not only to survive that and then to not have somebody else hit him.
Yeah, because he's basically just sitting on the pavement when it all comes to a stop. This just... I don't even know. We just have to sit and stare at this for a little bit. It's like this car had been redone a couple times, got a few holes in there for some crush panels. This is just amazing. I don't even know. This is the dashboard. And the transmission shifter is still there. Is the transmission still under here somewhere? No. Well, wait. No, it is. It's just like busted in half with the engine and everything else. It's still under there. There's the engine. I bet it would still run. This one does not have an engine. I don't know if it flew out or they took it out and reused it. I remember seeing pictures of the guy standing by this. Everybody signed it.
His cursive kind of reminds me of mine.
It's very loopy.
Yeah. Like when I write my name.
Tim Richmond. I wonder if Dale got the inspiration for his like big swoopy D with the underline from Tim Richmond's D. Because he kind of wasn't. This looks like the end of Dale's like logo type signature. It's a logo and everything, but his actual one just has a little bit of droop. Everybody learns everything from somewhere. We are now entering the Earnhardt Gallery. Look at this guy. just out there doing it.
It's kind of like a little shrine prayer room type thing. It feels weird in here. Does it not?
A little bit. Well, these pictures are here for a good reason. I've never seen some of these before.
Hey, he wrote his name in pink. That means you can use pink, babe.
I don't know if he designed that shirt.
Yeah, but it's still got approved somewhere.
That's true. It does look cool. That's a really cool blanket idea. I like the Taz car, and it's a real shame that it didn't run very good. I don't know 100%, but I'm pretty sure that the Taz car got rebodied, and it was the Talladega car that he won his last race with. Oh, here's one with Mark Martin. If you haven't seen that already, we just did a couple videos with Mark Martin going through his museum with him, telling his own stories. And he drove us around Batesville, showing us his, like, the original race shop, his dad's old trucking company, where they first started working on cars, with stories and craziest stuff. You need to go watch that video if you haven't already. What? Is this the 200-mile-an-hour Buddy Baker car? Like the first one?
Like nice carpet on the inside.
They have carpet in here?
Yeah.
He was doing 200 in style.
Like that's like really good carpet. Like it's in really good shape.
Yeah, that's like factory carpet.
Yeah.
Or factory type carpet. Looks like they have snaps so they could take it off. But you can see all the adjustable seat positions down there. That's adjustable too. So is the headrest. Does this still have window cranks? Oh my god, it does. Talladega pace car from 1983. This Union 76 Grand National is pretty cool. Once again, hand lettered. You can tell the skill of the people who did that is just incredible. It's a convertible. I didn't know that was a thing. Seems like the back of these Buicks breaking apart like that and disappearing is pretty common. That was Bobby Allisons plane. You can pause and read this stuff. Bobby designed the engine mounts and installed the propellers. I mean, these are some goofy looking propellers. I don't know about that, Bobby. Har.
He installed the engines and made the engine mounts.
Oh, that's good, because that propeller is not going to get you anywhere. That's really cool. I wish they would cover it up though. Why do they just like leave it out here and get pooped on? I like how it's all in the Miller colors from back then. Wonder what years he would have been flying around in there with. This is like some world record holding turbo jet boat. The guy from Terminator was apparently the throttle guy. John Connor came back from the future to drive a boat. Wow. I think somebody spent so much time on this thing at one point. Busch Clash pace car here. It's hand lettered. Look at that, they used it for Talladega and Daytona, and it's like faded out individually, so you can see, or no, it says Daytona, but they just repainted it because it says Daytona FLA and then it says Daytona Beach FLA. Like someone was like, hey, idiot, it has to say beach. Wow, would you look at that? That's Dale Earnhardt's old Newell, the 93, I believe. And somebody donated it to the museum years ago.